Fear. A beautiful game, yet a scary game. Yes, today we are exploring the world of fear. Today might look like a stream, but it isn't. It's basically a video that I'm making on fear. More specifically, first recon encounter. If I remember correctly. First encounter recon FEAR. First encounter. Anyway, and today specifically we're gonna talk about a character, the villain, where I think she was used. Today I don't know why, I just wanted to make a video. You guys know how when I have something in my mind, I just do it, you know? And so yeah, I just do. And so we are. So the character in question we're gonna speak about is gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be Alma. Alma Wade. The girl who always appears in the first game, the second, and the third. Although the first one in my opinion is the best. The second one, I played a lot when I was a kid. Knowing now the story where it entails at the end of the fucking story actually, it makes me sick to the core. Because I don't know if it was the devs I'm pretty sure it's the devs decision, but if it truly was the way they intention to make the game, the second one, it was sick to the fucking core. You'll see why. I'll try to cover as much and as fast as possible because I really just want to make, a small video with this. But anyway, it starts like this. Alma. Alma Wade. Daughter of Arlen Wade. Born when she was born, she had psychic power, right? Now, for in a world like us, it would be it would be oh shit moment, more like it, you know? And so she had powers, but she didn't know. Problem is, with those powers came the effects, aka the fact that she would get very sensitive to emotions, the bad ones, the negative ones. Although she was not irredeemable, she was still affected by them. Unfortunately, her father is a piece of shit. God, I'm so glad he fucking is dead. For spoiler alert, by the way, if you didn't know, well, anyway. So here's the thing. So first off, let's start with what happened. Her life. Start at the beginning. She's born, she starts to grow up until the age of 5, where her father starts to realize, shit, she has psychic power like no other. By the way, he's the president of Armacam, right? Leader, or we could say. Armacam being one of the worst fucking company in the entire game. You'll understand. You'll come to understand that when I'm done with it. So anyway, 8 years old comes in. He's like, oh shit, we need, because he made some tests, with her before 8 years old, and that's when his ambition grew. His ambition grew, and so did his greed. So did his greed. His greed for power to make something that wasn't supposed to be, I guess you could say. It's just Yeah, give me a sec. I don't like that kind of music. I thought it was gonna be better, but like, let me put this. Let's put the entire soundtrack. Yeah. So, for those who do not know what he did, he tested her, right? And for some people, you might think, oh, okay. No, no, it's not okay. Because what he did after is what made her the villain of the story. Fear, First Encounter Assault Recon. That is the name. What did he do? Simple. At 80 years old, he puts her in a cryostasis state where she can no longer think for herself. Where until 14, I think, or 13, correct me if I'm wrong, she is she is taken into that chamber where she is laid dormant, you know, for over 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5 years, I'd say. And so for 5 years, she is um, in this chamber, in this thing. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is the fact of what he did afterwards. Now, I want to clarify that this game is all about creating a monster. By monster, I mean exactly what I said. He, for those who are very sensitive to that kind of subject, please get out, but he rapes her. Yes, I'm not kidding, that's what he does. And one of the few reasons why I love the fear is because of the sadness there is in the story. Now, you might think Alma is a piece of shit, but when you look through her story, you realize she was just a young girl trying to have a good family, to have her kids. Now, the reason I say this, you'll understand why later. So anyway, he rapes her, puts her pregnant, and the reason for it is very simple, because he wants two children, where he can train them the way he wants. Because remember, she was in this cryostasis and she's kind of fucking useless to him, except for the fact that she can produce babies, and she's one of the most dangerous being in the entire fucking planet, in this universe, of course, because she has a lot of power. And mind you, she was asleep when she got raped, and then when she woke up, it was it was after the deed was done. And then he put her back. No. So I think she was still awake until the pregnancy. Or they gave her an anesthesia and she, fall asleep and everything. And then when she got the baby, Art back into the cage. Cryostasis is a cage, ladies and gents. It exactly is what it is. It's a cage for Alma to just stay in. Because he couldn't, I don't know why, but that pisses me off. It's like, why experiment on your own daughter? If I had a daughter, the first thing I'd do if she had psychic power is show them. Remember the line in Spider-Man? With great power comes great responsibility. Now, she may be sensible to negative emotion, but that doesn't change anything. It doesn't mean she can not become a good person. She can. She definitely can. In the third game, you can see it. It's sad. But anyway, after the deed was done, she gets back in. Turns out the first kid was a failure. Although it's the main character. No, Nixie. Let's get to that part first. So, although the kid, you know, he's not particularly, you know, um, good. He's not particularly good in terms of psychic power. So, a year after, at 14, he gets her back out, and guess what he does? The same thing as at 13. Sorry, at 15 this time. Yeah, I'm not joking. I don't want to say it again because I hate that word so much. And after these events, I think it's like she had no control over it because she was a tool for him. And I will say a line, and I want you to remember that line correctly. The humans are monsters. We create our own monsters, and those monsters will kill us one day. They will bite back, is what he wanted to say. Harlem is the father of Alma Wade. Harlem Wade, Alma Wade. Harlem said, we create monsters, and those monsters will come back to bite us, or something along those lines. Remember this because this will be very important. Anyway, he does the deed again. This time, it's pack fatal. Yes, pack fatal. It creates a kid whom you see in the Fear 1 and Fear 3. Now, I will say it. Going further, she is, for I think after that second baby, she is put back in that cage. I call it cage because that's exactly what it is, which is basically a cryostasis, I think, that puts her to sleep and cuts her power off, right? Which, whatever. It's, if you want my honest opinion at this point, just saying the story is so fucking hard for me because it's like I love the story so much. I love Alma, even though the shit she's done is fucking plain evil. But the thing you have to understand, it's something that happened because of her father. She became that way because of him. She became bitter, as I like to call it. And I feel so. It's so hard for me to say the story because it's so. No child should go through that shit, but she did. And she wasn't even mature. That's the worst part. It's like she didn't even have time to mature. I mean, mentally, physically she did, but that's about what it is. So anyway, for the next, from 16 years old to 22, she is in the cryostasis, which now we're in the first game. We enter the first game. First game, which you see a guy called Pointman. You play as Pointman. And throughout the story, you see her and over and over and over. You know, it's like, what the hell? Who is she? Who is she? And so you keep on going until you get knocked out. Now, in the first game, your goal is to contain this entity, they call it. Because it's too hard to call it a fucking child that got abused by her father, but whatever. And so, yeah. This is where things get dicey. Because this is where you learn everything. Slowly but surely. Now, throughout the entire first game, it's simple. You basically try to stop this girl. It leads to multiple things happening. And then at one point you meet your brother. Yes, you heard me, brother. Now, this is where I'll say it, but whatever. He knocks you down and you're like, he talks to you like you're his brother. And you're like, what the fuck? I don't know you. That's the problem. You do. They just erased your memory and made you into a tool they can use. Armacam, that is. Or where they created the first recon assault encounter. First encounter assault recon. Something like that, okay, you get the point. And so as you progress further and further, you start seeing her again and again. And you're like, what the hell? We need to stop her. But throughout the game you get these flashes of memories. As if your memory is coming back. And at one point, and those memories are basically you on the table. And for some reason, the funny part in all of that, is that Alma is there. When she wasn't a fucking monster, when she was normal. Trying to reach you. Yes, you. Now this is the part where I love the most. Just so you guys know, Point Man is my favorite antagonist in the entire fucking series. He is the only dude who realizes his mother doesn't really mean any harm. Like, he wants to kill her because he thinks she's a danger, but then realizes, shit, she's my mother. Why should I hate her, you know? And, well, it's true. Anyway, and then at the end of the first game, you get this final memory. Pooh! The same thing as before. Oh, you see Alma, you see you, and literally Harlem Wade. What the hell is going on? Well, here's what's going on. You, my friend, are Alma's son. Of course, shocker. Oh my god, who wouldn't have known? I know. Indeed. It's sad. It gets sadder because you realize, like I said, he used her. He fucking used her. Till the end. You'll see, you'll understand what I mean. So, he haunted her even in the third game. It's like Erlem is, what he did is, there's no amount of shit that, I don't even want to talk about that part. There's no amount of word I could say to show you how fucking garbage this man is. Arlen Wade, yeah, the worst man. So anyway, you realize, shit, that's my mother. Alma's my mother. The girl they're trying to get rid of is my mother. Now remember, she's 22 years old at this point in the first game. Not 8, 16 or whatever. Like I said, she was in this cryostasis. They used her for a breeding ground. Simple as that. Which is so much fucking annoying. And that pisses me off every time I hear about this story. Because, I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure the US are doing that too. To some people. To some degree. Let's be honest here. Let's not hide it. There's no way. To other life form in Area 51, I'm pretty sure there's a life form that is being fucking used for experiment. World War II is a great example. I don't need to show or say anything about that. You know which one I mean. Anyway, so you realize she's your mother and you're like, fuck. And so does she. She realizes while trying to fucking kill you that you're her son. And when she does realize, that's when she stops trying to kill you. Instead, tries to... I see it that way, but she tries to help you, show you the way, so you can help her. That's how I see it, of course. And so... yeah, we get to that point where Arlen, the fucker who is basically your grandfather, and I hate to say it because he doesn't deserve to be that guy, Absolutely, he's a sick piece of fucking shit bastard. That's what he is. He raped your mother, dude. He raped your mother. Yeah. And I always told myself that's where I think that's where the first part in my life where I started to understand the people who actually go through that shit. I was like, no amount of fucking thing can erase that feeling. I don't want to get into details, but you guys know which feeling I mean. For those who have been yeah, I'm just gonna put it that way, but I feel bad for you guys. For those who have been actually, I feel bad. There's no amount of things that can change what happened. It stays with you till the end. Even until you're old. You're gonna remember 20 fucking years ago you got by a rando or a creep or, well, for Alma it was her father. All for the sake of an experiment. And so you get to that room, to that point in the first game where it's he's like, I need to fix my mistakes. But I just want to clarify one thing to anyone. At this point, Alma's hate for him is probably higher than anything you've ever seen. If he releases her, he is dead meat. And of course, guess what happens? He releases her like an idiot, of course, because he thought, hey, if I release her, maybe she'll forgive me, you know? No. There's no amount of shit, not even I would forgive him. Like, there is no excuse to what you have done. You have your own daughter. Yes, as you can see, I tried to blur out the word. You are your daughter. Literally. If you want forgiveness, you won't get any from me. And I want to clarify this, I am super against that. Well, first of all, if someone isn't against that, kill yourself. For real. This is the one single feeling for both male and female. Female, I think it's mostly common. You don't see a lot of these, but I think it should be more aware that there are women that are getting... I don't care about the fucking feminism bullshit. We still... For the women that are actually normal, there are some that are getting hard, and we don't even know it. As of this moment, there's someone getting it, which is disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. And so when I saw this story, I realized it before that art was something bad, but I mean, this is like, I feel like this game made me realize how a human, no, it made me question the human. How can a human get this low just for legacy, for power, for greed? It's fucking sick. It made my throat like gag insanely. It's like, why would you do this to your own fucking daughter? I even to this day, I don't think we'll ever get an answer. But he's a sick bastard. That's all I gotta say. And I think that's the only thing we should remember for this piece of shit. I truly believe. Anywho, he releases her, and guess what happens? Well, obviously, she goes boom, 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 and he goes boom, exactly, literally. Like, he blows up. The only thing that's left is his fucking skeletal corpse. Literally, she blew every amount of fucking blood there was in him to bits. Dude, he blew up in the fucking door. like the blood sac, like his blood, it's like popping a fucking mosquito. Pow! That's what she did with him. He died. No remorse, no fucking amount of thing. All she had was hate. And it's sad because I know how hate can destroy a person, and I think she didn't deserve to go through that cycle, yet she did. She did. It's and then at the end, you basically she doesn't harm you. You don't see her again for a while until the people drop a nuke on this place because they say it's something bad or whatever. I don't remember correctly, but anyway, and you didn't get to the extraction safe. Meaning, let me reiterate, you didn't get to the extraction in time, so you're stuck there seeing the bomb drop. Boom! But, like I said, she is your mother, she knows that you're his son, and so she uses every fucking ounce of psychic power. And I think that was a nice touch from the devs, because that shows how sympathy she has for her children. How this fight isn't yours, it's mine. I still love you, even if it's been so long. Even if you hate me. It shows how a parent truly cares for her children, even though she didn't see them at all. She never saw them grow. It's just, yeah. And so, what happens is very simple. She protects you, like a mother should. Like a mother should. She protects you from the blast, which, just so you guys know, the amount of radiation there is in the fucking nuclear bomb is absolutely insane. Somehow you survived that, but okay, I guess. She survived, but I guess plot armor protects the fucking protagonist, I'd say. But yeah, the bomb, the nuke drops or whatever, and she protects you with her insane amount of fucking psychic power that she has, and you survive because of that. A true mother, in my opinion. And then when you're in the rubble and everything, what happens is simple. They come and get you, and then when you go up in there, it ends. The first game ends where your mother, Alma, climbs in the fucking chopper. I was like, oh shit moment, of course. And what do we have to retain from this first game? It's simple. It's a story about a mother who got used. Alma, a young girl turned mother who got used, first off, by her own father to reproduce. She got hard, too. She got her kids taken from her. That's even worse. It's like, the three of the things you don't want happening, that happened to her. It's like, and then, like, it's, oh man. At the end of the story, she saved you because you were her son. Simple. And then you have two other games that absolutely makes zero sense, because in the second game, the first game is not related. It was directed by another company, Monolith, if I remember correctly. And so I'm just gonna skip through the second game. I'm just gonna spare you the bullshit. Basically, the second game is basically about how Alma, somehow the devs thought it was gonna be a good idea that she redo what her father did, but to a special force named Michael Beckett. And so what happens is basically he has psychic power just like her, except it's way far lower. But basically on the journey you realize how you see the past of Alma, and it's fucking tragic, dude. Like you see more in depth in her life, and let me tell you, it's fucking depressing, dude. It fucking is. It fucking is depressing. Like at one point you see her playing on on. I'm just gonna explain in detail this part because I think it's very important. Remember the fence where the swing, where she always swing on a tree and everything? Well, guess what? It's in a fucking sewer. A sewer's big fucking tube. And I think that was the this most disgusting thing her father ever did. Well, not that, but you know, like it shows how he had no sympathy for her at all. Like, dude, she had no friends. And this thing, there was graffitis everywhere. There was, oh my god, there was a swing, and you can still see if you look carefully in the second game when she dropped her um, teddy bear. You can still see the teddy bear still at the same place where she dropped it. It aged, but I feel like that was such a great feature. I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's just, how can you use someone this bad? It's just, I don't understand. Like, how can a human be this fucking much of an asshole? That's what I don't understand. That's like, and so yeah, she gets used, and I think, but this time in the second game, like I said, you're not her son. You're a guy who has psychic power, and for some reason the devs thought that making her sexually active, not because she has the mind of an 8-year-old or something like that. I don't know. It's really weird. The way it's interpreted is that she is, and she's 22 still. It's been 9 months since the events of the first game. But like, what happens is basically they try to interpret that, well, she's still a young girl and she can't control her urges, sexual urges. Yeah, that's the entire game. I'm not joking. I was like, please. I thought it was a joke, but dude, I thought they were kidding, but they're not. Trust me. And so I think I don't need to tell you what happens at the end of the game. That's why I'm skipping the entire fucking second game, because not worth my fucking time and not worth yours. Is it a good game? Yeah, dude, definitely. The combat feels great. Also, coming back to the first game before we go into the third right off the bat, I just want to clarify. The first game's gameplay was fucking great. I think what the improvements that they could have done is the blood. Instead of putting it... No, sorry, that's in the second game. Yeah. Yeah, in the second game there's blood. I think they could have improved. Instead of putting it to her feet, they could have put her around her her private parts, you know, where it drips down and you just see blood coming down, you know, from her, you know. Now the reason for that is because, like, remember what I said, she got art, literally, and I think if they had done that, it would have implicated a lot more how she got, you know, it's just, it's plain, it's self-explanatory. I don't think I need to make an explanation on that, but you get the point. Anyway, so yeah, the gameplay of the first game was fucking great. Loved the focus for Pointman. I think the story was very thorough. I don't think there's some things I would change, but not that much. The second game, I would change the entire fucking story. It makes zero sense. Like, basically what they're saying is, oh well, she can't control her sexual urges, and so she's gonna do something bad, spicy. Like, dude, that's no, dude. Anyway, at the end of the game, the main character, for some dumb reason, Aristine, because fuck it. So basically, in the second game, you have to save this dumb bitch, who's supposed to, I guess, she wants to reopen, the Project Origin. Because if you don't know, in the first game, Project Origin was shut down. I forgot about that part. Which Project Origin implies Alma. That's what it was. Make super soldiers out of her kids, which was fucking disgusting. But anyway, and this dumbass, and for 6 years it was shut down. I forgot that one part in the first game where I should have told you guys, where at 17, 60, at 8 to 19, her son, Backfettle, started communicating telepathically with Alma, and because of that, the project was shut down. Or I think it was a year after he was born, or something around that part. I don't know. And so there's a lot of time gaps. So I'm sorry. And so because of that, they said no. They cut they cut the links between the two, and then they killed Alma. By kill, I mean she's there drowning in her own fucking bullshit in the fucking water. But for some reason, she survived for 6 years until 22. So yeah, that's what the fuck, dude. Yeah, I'm not even joking. It's like, it's really bad. And so yeah, it's just. And now we come to the second game where Aristine, or whatever the fuck her name is, she wants to reopen that shit. Plot twist, it doesn't go too well. She wants to reopen that because she wants to try and neutralize the dumb bitch. Like the first time it didn't, like the first time worked, because just so you guys know, the reason they launched nuke, by the way, in the first game, is very simple. It's because they would try to stop Alma, but instead what it did is amplify her powers, I think, or something along those lines. Hence why she protected you from the blast. She's like, bro, are you fucking serious? And then, you know, ooh, she did the magic trick, magic hand trick. And then, oh, I'm protected. Yeah, plot armor. That's exactly what it is, though. So, I mean, let's be honest here. But anyway, still, I thought it was a cool idea. So, anyway, in the second game, yeah, plot twist. Oh no, she wants to fucking control, blah blah blah. And then you have Stokes. Just so you guys know, I don't care at this point. Everyone fucking dies except Michael Beckett. And the one character I did care about was Stokes. I was like, dude, she's fucking great as a character. But guess what happened? They had to ruin her, of course. It's like, whatever. Honestly, I would remake the second and the third game for one reason. Because I think there were bad games. Well, they weren't entirely bad, but I think if the story went different, everything would have been good. But that's not what happened, unfortunately. Anywho, Messiah. Oh yeah. So in the second game, Stokes, the only one who survives with Michael Beckett. And the worst part is it's not even Alma. Alma did not care one single bit about Stokes, the woman. She was about to help him and she was like, oh yeah, we're gonna kill that bitch. Which makes sense. I mean, they don't know her personally. They think she's a monster. Which she was at that point. She was, trust me. Trust my words. She was. She just wanted the sex. Oh shit. Yeah. I don't need to explain the rest. With Beckett. So, what happens then? Oh, what the hell? Because apparently what Aristide wanted to do is clothes, get Alma in a psychic kind of fucking ball, which, um, from what I understand, it would have killed her, or entirely, or something along those lines. But the very funny thing is, it only works on psychic power level 4 or 5. Below below 5, all the way, it goes. The problem is, Alma is level fucking 10 to 20. Okay, that means basically she could rip apart the fucking fabrics of time if she wanted, and no one could do a single fuck about it. I'm pretty much exaggerating, but this, I mean, at where she was in that time, I think that's what she could have done. So, yeah, um, dude, I'm telling you, it was bad. So anyway, this dumb bitch thinks she can fucking put Alma in there, and so what she does is she gets close to Stokes, and Stokes is like, "What are you doing? We gotta kill this bitch, you know?" And she's like, "Nah, nah, I want her to survive for some odd reason, so I can kill her my own way or whatever." It was so fucking complicated. And so, because Stokes says no, bang bang, because I guess her armor, Stokes' armor was, there was no armor, I guess. She gets one bullet to the fucking stomach and she dies. Literally, she dies. Where the fuck did her armor go? Like, dude, she had an armor and she could have survived, but no, apparently she lays there bleeding to death. Literally. And then somehow Alma appears. Had a thin air just aside of you, and just, mind you, you're in the machine that the Alma was supposed to be in. But instead you're strapped on, meaning you can't get out of the chair. So Alma can do whatever the fuck she wants with you. Yeah, it's that bad. And so what she does is basically, knowing how much Aristide has of an IQ, her IQ is so high, or at least she thinks, that she closes the fucking thing and says, "Haha, I got you, Alma." But honestly, Alma could not give it to him because it's literally a bomb for her to do whatever she wants with us. And so, like, dude, I'm not even joking, it's fucking bad. It really is fucking bad. And so, we get in her head, kind of, whatever, or psychic realm, or whatever. What happens next is basically Keegan is so in love with her, he wants to, yeah, dude, it's insane. But that's because of her powers. Her powers are so fucking powerful that even when she's in heat, it makes every man mad. It's insane. Well, anyone that has the same amount of power as she has. Meaning, if you have psychic powers, yeah. But since Stoke didn't have any, she was fine. Michael Beckett was somehow the most powerful one because he managed to fucking resist her, and that's why she wants the D. So, anyway, yeah, I'm trying to finish with the second game because this is unfucking bearable, but whatever. So the second game, what happens is at the end of the game, you have a boss fight with Keegan, and oh no, you have to kill him. I wonder why. Probably because he wants to have boom, 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 boom with her. Because he basically becomes insane. You have to kill him, and then plot twist. You are still stuck in the machine. I wonder why. I wonder whose fault it was that. Aristide. Anyway, this is the part where that starts. She are you. Literally, that's what she does. She are you, and she always took an appearance more beautiful so that she could appear for you, or whatever. And then you see her at the edge after opening the bowl or whatever, the entire fucking thing is blown up. Like the entire city is blown up. I don't even. I mean, at this point, I'm not surprised because I mean, listen, Alma is fucking powerful. So, I mean, and so I'm guessing that when you had sex with her, it fucking destroyed the city. Now, for some people, you might think, what the fuck? How can sex destroy a city? You don't understand. The problem is, Alma is. How can I say this? Alma is. Since she has a lot of power, when she has, you know, let's say sexual or she's angry or, you know, orgasm, anger, sadness, she doesn't know how to control it. And so when she does something, the entire fucking world feels it. Meaning the surroundings. And so when she did the deed, that's what I did. I'm guessing that or someone launched another nuke. I don't know, man. I'm guessing that's what happened. So, best guess. Hey, you can tell me what happened in the comments. Okay, listen. Anyway, I hated that part because it's like, dude, it's like the first game all over again. What Harlan did to her, she did to the other guy. Which I think makes zero sense because I think she would not want that. Like, she still remembers the trauma, dude. And for some reason, the devs thought it was gonna be a good idea to like do that kind of story. And so, well, she becomes pregnant with your kid, which in the third game it's way less worse than in the second game, but it's like worse in another way. You'll see why. And so, what happens is, well, yeah, she comes close to you after the entire fucking city is in ruin. Take your hand, put it on her belly, and you realize, shit, that's my kid. Now we get to the third game, thank God. Oh, fuck, I'm so glad. The second is fucking over. This is one of my few favorites, actually. So, you start off as, like, point man, and then later on in the single story, sorry, Jesus Christ, you're point man. You have to play it. You don't have a choice. Once you finish the you know, the single player once, you can play as Pac Fatal because you can. It's like a kind of COD game, which makes zero sense because fear has nothing to do with that. It has fear aspect, meaning horror aspect, you know, and there's always just jump scares. In the first game there was a lot. Second, yeah, less, still, whatever. And so, what? Where was I? Oh yeah. And so in the third game, the story goes like this. You are point man, sorry. And, well, you gotta find your mother because, well, after the events of the second game, remember, she's pregnant, so, yeah. She's pregnant, so you have to find her and stop her because her contraption is literally killing the entire fucking city. When I said she can't control, kind of, she controls her power, but she doesn't control them at the same time. So it's like when she has emotions, she can't control them, which is fucking dangerous in my opinion. But whatever. I mean, anyone that has powers and don't know how to control their emotion, because that's the very basic thing. If you have emotions and you don't know how to control them, you're gonna be a wild beast. I'm not saying that's what happened to her, but kind of. She just didn't know how to control them. I mean, she used them with hate, which is a mixture of bad product, you know, that will happen next. I mean, look at what happened to Harlan Wade. Her hatred killed him, literally. She killed him, literally. Anyway, uh, long story short, you get to multiple places, and then you get followed by the creep. The creep, which is the thing that haunts you. And also, I think that's why I love the third end game, because they didn't forget about the first. They didn't forget about the first because in the third game, when she sees the creep, he has similarities to, guess who? Harlem. Harlem Wade, the guy who ordered her. Yeah. And so you go through and you see her in a state when she sees him, she goes back to the child state that she was in, because to show that she was scared of him. She was scared of him. She was scared of Harlem because of what he did, and I understand that because, dude, he did some things. He used her as an experiment, and then at the end he said, "All right, time to make babies." And then he looked at his daughter like a fucking sex symbol, which is so disgusting. And so I think this part is very important, where you see him because he's one of the few parts where she can't. She's scared, and because of that, Alma can't. She's scared that he's gonna take the baby again, which that's all of that's all in the effects of her surroundings that got transformed because of her powers, and literally that's what it is. And so you get to a point where you kill that damn thing, and before he does in that boss fight, remember exactly those words. He says, "You're nothing. You're nothing. Your mother is a piece of shit enough just to get used over again. All I will take the baby and eat it or do all sorts of fucking things on him again because that baby isn't yours, it's mine." Remember those words because I realize it shows how Harlem was truly a piece of shit. Or he says something along those lines, okay? Listen, I'm not a fucking expert. I'm about to play it again because of how good it is. But he says something along those lines, and I thought it was very interesting because he is the same man who, did those things. But, like, when you kill it, I think she becomes more, fuck yes, like, she's glad that she's dead at some point. And then, after a couple of events, lots of things happens, you get to the end of the game, which I want you guys to remember this part. The good ending. Not the bad ending where you fucking eat the baby and then kill your mother and then fucking eat the baby because Pac Federal's ending, that's what it is. It's fucking bad. The original canon ending is Pell Point Man, so don't worry. Which is the good ending. What happens is simple. You kill the spirit of your brother, Pac Federal. Oh, and by the way, yes. For those who do not know, I forgot to mention that too, again. In the first game, you kill your brother. But somehow he's come back in the third game as a spirit. Makes no sense, but okay, I guess. Whatever. I went with the flow. I was like, okay, fine. And so you get there, and you have two choices. Either in co-op, what would have happened is the one that got the most point would have won and got that ending. It was fun, but I feel like I don't know, man. It's just similar to like A Way Out, where one must fight to like get one guy to be alive and all. Anyway, the good ending is you kill your brother. Thank fucking god, this guy was a fucking cannibalistic piece of shit. I mean, it's not his fault. I mean, he did become that way because of what Harlem did. It's all because of Harlem, just so you guys know. Because if it weren't for him or whatever he did, I'm pretty sure he would have been normal. He would have been normal if it weren't for that fucker. But plot twist, he's yeah. Um, so yeah, uh, after killing him, you point the gun at your mother, and I think this is where I love this ending. I always did. You point the gun at her, ready to shoot, and she looks at you and looks at her belly, which is a fucking nuclear bomb. I don't know why they put her belly that way. It was so fucking disgusting, but whatever. I mean, okay, fine, whatever. Anyway, she she pleads. She does those pleading eyes where there's no word spoken between the two because remember, Portman is mute, I guess. But he's always been. She looks at him and it's just so sad. It's like, dude, don't take my baby again. Not this time. Like first, she got her two kids taken. Now you're gonna shoot the dude, the fucking next baby. And it's like, dude, nah. And so what ends up happening is he puts his gun down and helps her give birth to his brother. His brother or his sister, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. I think it was a girl. I'm not sure. And once he takes the sibling, his sibling that Alma just gave birth to, he goes to her. Well, goes to her, kind of, to show her the baby. And she just has a good sight. And then she finally dies. She disappears. Thin air. Yep. With her psychic power. Where no one can use her. No one. Now, this is where I love the story next. Because what he does next is he takes his gun back in his pocket, takes the baby, and you just see him walk away. Ready to live a beautiful life. Now, this is the review call. What do I think about the ending? I think if you put aside all the bullshit that happened in the third game and the second game, I think it's a beautiful ending. Although it's not the ending we would have wanted, I think it's still nonetheless a good ending because I think the point of this is Alma gave birth to another baby, but this time it wasn't taken from her. No. It was promised to be taken care of. And she died. She suffered till the end to survive and fight for everything that happens. Oh, by the way, Michael Beckett dies in the third game because I guess he had to die. Pac Federal decided to possess him, and then, you know, he fucking blew him up. It's like, what the fuck? Okay, I guess. Yeah, I didn't like that part because it's like, dude, they could have done a better job or whatever, I guess. Anyway, I like this ending because it makes you realize how she didn't mean any of it, and how the devs were fucking bad in the second game, but whatever. You understand why. So I think I don't need to explain why. But like, she truly cared for her children in her own way, of course. She wanted another kid. I understand that, but like, fuck, dude. That's just the devs really. I really didn't like what they did in the second game, as you can see. It's just what the fuck. But I like the way it ended. It ended where she died in peace. She died in peace, as she should. And I think it's an ending she deserves. She deserves it. She deserves some peace. I would love to believe that she went to heaven and not hell for who she was. Because she was a child who was misunderstood throughout the entire series. You see her, and as you listen to everything, it's just sad. It's just sad. She didn't deserve any of that shit. But her father did that shit anyway. he didn't see any of his children. Like, even in the third game, I forgot to mention that, you see Harlem Wade train you and your brother, and he treats you specifically, point man, like, way shittier. He's like, why can't you be like your brother? A fucking powerful being. See what I mean? Yeah. He was greedy as hell. He hated Alma's first son, point man. It's so fucking bad. And I understand why she killed him. It's like, as I said to my friend, what she did to Harlem is basically, you fucking bullied my kids. And so, I shall kill you. For bullying them, for using them, and for using me and arguing me. It's like, the best fucking outcome for him. Death. Via his own daughter. He deserved everything that happened to him. I have no remorse for that kind of guy. If you believe in, oh, redemption for that kind of thing, kill yourself, please. There is no redemption. There is none, I will give none. He used his own daughter for his own game. A thing you do not fucking do. But he did. Yep. He did. Anyway, so this was this fear playthrough series, I guess, documentary that I wanted to do for today. I know it's a Monday, it's not gonna be a stream. I'm not streaming. It's just I wanted to do that. And so under 1 hour we covered the entire fucking thing. So yeah. Sounds about right. I hope you liked it. Liked me narrating. If you want me to edit, I'll definitely retell the story when I have a better software and everything. If you did like the video, please give me a like, leave a like and subscribe. That would be very awesome. For those on Twitch, give a follow. That would be really nice. Now, I will say something that I forgot to say yesterday. In the exclusive that I said yesterday, Dark Tide and Fear are the only two to come in the edition. The reason I'm saying Fear and Dark Tide, well, simple. Fear is my favorite game, just like Silent Hill. It's like the second one, actually, I would put it. Resident Evil is third. For the story, literally, because of how dark it is. And Dark Tide, well, Dark Tide, Warhammer 40k in gen, but whatever. Yeah. Simple. Those are the only games we're gonna focus on. The exclusive. So, these are the exclusive, so whatever. So, yeah. I hope you did like the video. If you want more of that, and feel free to leave comments, I mean. And before anyone says anything about the second game, I will say it was a fun game, but I really did not like the way the game went. Like, one YouTuber I was watching said, why make her rape, well, sorry, or Michael Beckett, when instead he could have just done a story where he realized, where Michael Beckett realizes, shit, she's not in the wrong. She's not the bad guy. They are. Aristidar is. And so he tries to help her, or, you know. Because, I mean, like, when Michael Beckett went to the, Stain Island, or whatever fucking island it was, I think, yeah, Alma stopped following them, for the sole reason of the memory. And it was explained in the game when you get to the first part of RC where you find the swing and everything. Stokes says specifically to you, Michael Beckett, no, sorry, no, true, he didn't talk, fuck, true, but anyway, Um, Stokes tells you straight up, she stopped following us because, you know, she's too scared of this place. Place being the swing, where she spent her entire uh, childhood locked up until 8 because her father, could not give a damn about her. So yeah, it's fucking dark. So anyway, like I said, they could have done a story where I think in the second game, I think they should have, made Michael Beckett on Alma's side instead. Meaning, like, he starts to realize, shit, they're the bad guy. And he tries, not directly, but like indirectly helping Alma. They want the same thing. Karma. Arma Cam destroyed. So, you know. And for some reason in the third game, what I would improve is the entire fucking story. They could have made something else entirely. Because that was basically a follow-up to the second game, obviously. Like, let's be honest. And for some reason in the second game, third, Armacam now runs the entire fucking city. Like, what? Makes zero sense. Because apparently everyone decided to run, I guess. I don't know. That side makes no sense, but okay. They decided, yeah, fuck that, we're gonna, And so, it was weird. And so this is the story. There you have it, boys and gals. Definitely will remake another one with videos and more pictures in the future when I have improved ability to do that. It's just today I just wanted to make it on the whim. Like I said, when I get to my house, which is in a couple of years, 2, 3 maybe. Can't wait to move out from here. Or maybe it's gonna be a year. I don't know. But we're planning, me and Stevo, to move out soon. Once I get my car and I get a bit of money, I'm out. Um, I was planning on going to Japan, but we came to an agreement yesterday. I was like, fuck man, going to Japan is like, it's learning the language and everything, and I realized, you know what, fuck it. We're not gonna go. Instead, we're gonna stay to Ottawa. We're gonna go to Ottawa or like, I don't know, fucking Toronto. But Toronto's bills are way higher, so I think I'm gonna go to Ottawa, honestly. And honestly, I'd rather go there. I mean, I don't care like if it's a big house or whatever. As long as I have my room, I'll pay my shit. I'll pay the internet. Fine by me. Go, let's go. Bang bang. You know. And my plans are to make lots of money. And once I have that money, I'll put it in the stream. More vlogs, definitely go vlog a lot more. In Canada, of course. We will definitely travel though to Japan for sure. That's one of the surest thing we'll do. Surest, literally. And yeah, so anyway. With that said, I hope you did like the vid for those on YouTube. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. That would be very appreciative. If you want more content like that, please tell me. I would really appreciate that if you did. Give me your thoughts. My comments are always open. You can leave whatever fucking thing you want. Please, no hateful speech or comment. I mean, if you don't like how I did things or said things, tell me. I'll be more careful next time. Because I know the R word is very... it's not a word some people like to use. And it's a touchy word, as I like to say. And I understand for some people that have been through that part. They, yeah. Hey, I'm not trying to speak for you guys. I'm just saying I know trauma, I mean, not that much of a trauma, but, it's just, I know how painful it can be, so. That's it, I'm Nixie, I love you guys, and I'll see you next Saturday with some FF14 White Mage plot story. And yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So that's it. I'm Nixie. I love you guys. I'll see you next Saturday. Nixie, signing off. Peace.